the 1995 Bandai Aggregate Stage Destroyer, 8-inch scale. Bam! Awesome. You want to know something significant about this figure? It's my second Bandai figure. My second. Two times, okay? Little history. I picked this up in a comic book store when I was living in New Jersey. I remember walking in and I was like, ooh, that's Destroyer from the movie that I watched. That's Destroyer. I'm like, there it is. And I want it. I bought it. It was $40. Zap Comics in the Freehold Raceway Mall. It's not there anymore. I think it's on Route 9 somewhere in Manalapan. Bam! That was a long time ago. It was in 1995. 19 years ago. Man! We've been together for a while. How did we destroy her? Okay, so. Yep, second Bandai figure. 1995. Let's just get right into this. Okay. Detail! 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 Bam! This figure has a lot of detail for it. It's got a lot of great detail. Let's start off with the appendages here. His appendages. We're just going to call them appendages. Look, I don't know the anatomy and all this stuff. You know, come on, people. But lots of scales at the tips. You got two little horn things there. Lots of spikes, lots of feelers. I guess we'll call those feelers. Kind of like, you know, Kamunga, he's got the feelers. I don't really think they were much of a feeling. Maybe, but, you know, I mean, they were like, bop, 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 you know, the beat-up Junior, right? So, a lot of detail on these. I really dig that. Look at the face. Look at the face on that. Oh, this is awesome. I tell you what, this is one attractive Bandai figure. If you're a Bandai fan, by now you got to have it. If you're a new collector and you get into Bandai figures, you got to get this bad boy. Very detailed figure. The face is just amazing. The face is it's definitely the standout feature on this figure. Absolutely, hands down. A lot of detail in the grooves and the bumps on the head from his crescent side flopper, whatever we call. I don't know. Look, no scientist. I'm not no Yamani kid or something like that. Okay, but a lot of detail here. Bam, mouth, a lot of detail. Check out the eyes. Eyes look awesome. Look really cool. I really love the paint highlights on this. So that looks great. The neck and the head, you know, from the head down, lots of grooves, lots of color, lots of shades of different reds and highlights and silvers there. Looks really, really good. There's crab hooks here, pretty basic. Nice detail. A lot of scales all over this figure. It looks really, really good. The chest here now. Or stomach, we'll call it the stomach. That just looks weird, doesn't it? You know, it's just weird. You would have thought it might have opened up or something, but browns, tans in there, a lot of detail. A lot of detail on this whole figure. His legs got a lot of detail. His little, now I guess we call those feelers on the bottom because those were constantly moving as Destroyer was walking, you know. Lots of feelers. I'll pick it up in a second. But let's turn it to the side so you can see the legs over here. You got 3 sets of legs on each side. Okay? If you notice any water coming up, that's just because I just gave him a bath. He hasn't looked this clean in a while. 3 more legs over there. Okay? Bam. Cops. Cops, Boston. That's what's up. Anyway. Now in the back, check out the back. See, you got got a lot of spikes and just stuff just poking out everywhere. More spikes there. Bam. Then right down to the tail, you got his tail hook. Pretty nice. So that's a sculpt. Okay, sculpt looks great. Let's look at the bottom before we forget. Bottom, look at all these feelers. Look at them all. Lots of feelers. That's for grabbing, choking, fighting, anything. A lot of feelers there. Pretty cool. And then, now, every Bandai collector should know this. If you don't, shame on you, okay? On every Bandai figure, it has its markings. It has the year, it's got Toho, it's got the monster's name, and all the copyright information. Now, if you look here, it's got Bandai 1995. It's got Destroyer, his Aggregate Stage. and it's got Japan on there, okay? That's on the Sculpt. On every Bandai figure. If you got a Bandai figure and it looks like it's scratched out, you're looking at a bootleg. Now, that's a different discussion, but there's no bootlegs of this, so you're good to go. No bootlegs of this. Don't buy bootlegs. They're crap. It's just my opinion. Sorry out there, the people that buy those figures. It's okay. Anyway, so that is the Sculpt. Did I miss anything about the Sculpt and detail? Looks very, very good. Nope, we're good. All right, Sculpt. Moving on. Paint job. Bam. Destroyer is in like brick red. A little bit, maybe a little bit brighter than brick red. You got brick red, you got the reds, you got the tans, you got, maybe this is more like brick red here on his legs, okay? But there's just different colors all about. Even the neck has a different shade to it. Looks really good. The face and the head, like I said earlier, you got your silver highlights on the horns, the face horns, crescent, whatever you want to call them. Looks really, really awesome. Paint, 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 paint. That. Okay, paint job's pretty basic, pretty easy. You know, throughout the whole figure, it's mostly red. So, looks good. All right, so short and sweet about the paint job. Red, brick red, tan, silver highlights. Still looks good, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Does. Okay. Next. All right. Everybody's favorite topic nowadays, right? Ooh, articulation. Spin the arms. Well, there's no arms here. There's appendages, there's crab hands, there's legs, and there's a lot of articulation on these. So you get it in some different positions, I guess, but not much. It's a basic static pose for the most part. You can move these here, okay? His head rotates here. Oh, check it out for you kids that like spinning shit. Look! What if Destroyer wanted to turn around and look backwards? Why would he? He want it. Head forward, face forward. Don't do that. It looks stupid. Stupid. No. No. But it does it. The neck, that rotates, articulates it barely. Barely. It really doesn't want to go anyways. Okay? His crab hooks, they rotate. Articulate. These are not meant to. These are not most for articulation. That's what the SH Monster Art's for, okay? So those move. Each leg moves. Bam. Bam. So it's like, look, he's like a boat. Or something. Crazy, right? Alright, now none of the appendages and the feelers down here, none of those move. Nothing. They don't move. Nada. Zilch, okay? Okay, so we put those back because that just looks stupid like that. Like a freaking hover destroyer or something. Okay? So we got those move. Legs move, the hooks, the head, neck, and of course, in the back, the tail. Ever so slightly. Look, it spins. Yay! Spinach! Spinach! We have spinach! Sick. When I bought Bandai figures, I was never concerned about does anything spin. I was never concerned about articulation. Probably because I didn't know nothing about articulation and it was not a factor in buying these awesome Bandai figures. Okay? We'll save the articulation for the SH Monster Art stuff. Because those are cool. For what they are. Anyway, talking about Bandai now, people. Alright, so that's the articulation. What's next? Okay, we're talking about the tag. The tag is very important to Bandai figures. If you don't know about the tag, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you in on it. The tag, to me, and for the most part, to most Bandai collectors, the tag is just as part of the figure. You know, it's part of the figure. As far as I'm concerned, it is part of the figure. You got to have a tag. If you don't have a tag, to me, if I don't have a tag, I don't have a complete figure. Okay? If I don't have the tag, I don't have a complete figure. So, I'm not going to pull it out. You know, I'll pull it out. Pull it out of the card holder. I use these card holders. They're just like regular baseball card holders just to protect the tag. You know, over time they do get beat up, even still. But on this side of the tag, you have the artwork for Godzilla Vs Destoroyah, the logo, Bandai's logo, and then you have Bandai 95 made in Japan. You got the copyright of Toho right there. That's Toho in Japanese, if you didn't know. Toho Co. Ltd. Whatever, some silly stuff. On the inside, you have all your safety warnings and stuff that says, don't give to children, don't give to people that will try to, I don't know, it's warning. You got some telephone numbers if you want to call and tell them they did a great job. I called once and I told them they did a great job, and they were like, you're crazy. No, I never really called. Be interesting if you call, though. I wonder what they would say. They're like, "Hi, I'm mental fat final. I don't like you. You're crazy." I don't know. Bad Japanese impression. Sorry, Japanese people. A lot of love. Anyway, so you got all your legal jargon there, and then you got a drawing of Godzilla battling the final stage Destroyer, and then over here it says Godzilla dies. See that? And then you have your basic information on Destroyer. I don't know if that, I forget if that was meters, how much he weighed. I can't remember. I think it was 40 meters tall. You know, some basic information on the kaiju. And then on the other side, you have an actual picture of the suit that was used in the movie. Bam. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's Aggregate Stage for Destroyer. Then you got Destroyer's name right there. Bandai. You know, somebody tell me in the comment section. I know there's some people out there that know what this means. You know, I'm not all keen on the finer tune details. And then over here you have your Godzilla licensing sticker. It's the gold one. The gold one means that this figure was of higher price, higher yen in Japan when it was released. If you had a silver sticker, it was lower. It was at a lower price point. I forget what it was. I think it was, if the figures were over 30 yen, you get the gold. I can't remember. I should know that. Brandon, what is it? Tell me. Tell me, buddy. Come on. You know this stuff. Mike Johnson knows this stuff. I'm still learning. I know the answer's out there somewhere. Check on clubtokyo.org. clubtokyo.org. Yeah. Okay, so that's the tag. Alright, size comparison. So, what am I going to use to compare? Ooh, let's use SH Monster Arts Destroyer. Boom! Now, SH Monster Arts, Bandai. 8-inch scale, SH Monster Arts scale. So as you can see, yes, these are technically the same stage of Destroyer, but the Bandai version is much bigger. Okay? Now, to compare these two figures, as far as detail goes, what do you think? You know what? They're two different figures. They both have different things that are awesome about them. But, you know, this is all about articulation. I will say the detail and the paint job is different. Does it look better? Is it more accurate? Yeah, I would say it's more accurate to the movie representation of that stage of the Destroyer. But, mind you, this came out in 1995. This came out in 2013. Okay, so it took some toy company, Bandai, Tamashii Nations, 18 years to come up with something just as good. So, Bandai's where it's at. Boom! Anyway, so that's the size comparison. Okay? He was like a little kid brother. Hey, I wish I was cool, you. Get out of here. Another time, another place. Alright? That was your size comparison. Okay! Final thoughts. Final thoughts. This figure being my second Bandai figure, I love it. You know, it does hold sentimental value for me because, just like Batra does, okay? Because it was my second one, and I was fully getting sucked into collecting Bandai figures at the time. You know, I was like in such awe. There was nothing like this at the time, okay? Nothing like this at the time. So, you couldn't beat this. There was nothing to compete with Bandai figures when, you know, in the 90s. Nothing. If you ask me, there's nothing. Everything had a different time and era to take the stage. And when these were coming out, you know, from the mid-80s to the 90s, everybody wanted Bandai figures. I hope you people will want to get more Bandai figures because, bam, these are classic. These these are from an important time for our hobby. You know, if it wasn't for Bandai figures, for the other figures at Bull Marks, you know, and for collectors buying these up and buying the heck out of them and selling them to fans like myself and a bunch of other people out there watching, we might not have everything we have now. So remember that. Remember that. So Bandai definitely paved the path, if you ask me. Definitely. They were affordable and they were accessible, especially, you know, especially to get them at the conventions and the dealers. You know, I know quite a few dealers that were selling at the time, and you know, now I know them now. You know, based off their history selling this stuff, you know, people gobbling them up. So it was a good time to be buying Bandai figures when these were coming out, and I only got mine not too long after it was released. So on the fresh vinyl scale of 1 to 10, I'm definitely I'm 10 out of 10. Am I being biased? No, I'm not. I can't find anything wrong to say about this figure. I really can't. It's awesome. It's detailed. It's great. It's an amazing figure. Bandai Destroyer Aggregate Stage, 1995 Bandai figure. Bam! Certified fresh, people. Boom. Okay, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, guys. Buy vinyl, fresh vinyl. Boom.